all the OB students. Today we are doing this, which is an asynchronous class for the 5th February, which was a holiday on account of the Kashmir Day. The topic for this class is attitudes and job satisfaction. When we talk of attitudes, there could be thousands of attitudes. But what is attitude? Attitude basically are evaluative statements that we make about people, about events, about situations, about any of those things. Now, these evaluation statements that we make may be very far from the truth, may be very true, but we do make these statements all the time. You come into the class, you make a statement, when you make an evaluative statement about your teacher or sometime about your colleagues. And all this is there. Now, the only thing is that initial evaluative statement, the thing that you come up with may change. But the important thing that we need to remember, there are basically three elements. In an evaluative state, thing that we have, how we feel about certain, and then how it is affecting us. And the third is how we behave because of the feeling, because of the conclusion that we've reached, and so on and all that. So there are basically three elements of the attitude. First is the cognitive, what goes into our mind. We think about something, this one is bad, this one is good, this one is good. Or this country is hopeless, this school is hopeless, or this school is the best, this country is the best, whatever the thing is. This goes in your mind. But then how it affects us, this is basically the second thing, which is the affective, how it affects us, which makes you feel good or bad. In your book, there's this thing of that you thought that your boss was being unfair to you because the promotion was given to someone else, whereas you deserve the promotion better than that. So this obviously had an effect on you, that they're being going into a depression, or going into becoming upset or become angry or so on and all that. And the third is the behavioral component. As a result, how you behave. For instance, if you felt your boss was being unfair to you, you have, choices. You could walk up to your boss, use your voice, and say that, no, you're being very unfair. And whatever your case is, you may put it up and all that. Another case that often happens is the loyalty, where people think, no, maybe the boss is right, maybe things will get better, and so on and all that. And even, like you're in that thing, you're ready to defend the organization when the people talk against it. Then the third one is what you call the neglect. You're unhappy because you feel your boss being unfair, someone else being given a promotion. At that particular time is you're going to, absent from work many times, you're going to come late, you're going to slow down the pace of work, and all this kind of a thing. But then there is the extreme thing, which may be exit. You say, okay, you've been unfair to me, I'm going to leave my job and go away, right? Now, the important thing to remember is that there are obviously 1,000 different kind of attitude. Now, from our point of view, we are only going to be talking about some attitude which basically relate to job, because we want to see that how productivity is affected by the attitudes of different people. Now, there are people who think that they owe it to the organization to put up their best, and the organization is the one that cares for them, and so on and on. So there are these kind, but there are others who say, no, the organization doesn't care for me. I'm not getting my worth and all that. So with that attitude, they will not be putting. So, like I said, there are thousands of attitudes, but we're going to only be studying attitude that are related to work. Some of the major job attitudes are: first is job satisfaction, how happy or how satisfied you are with the job. Second is the job involvement, how you're involved in the work that you're doing, how you enjoy doing it, how you feel a part of it. Third is an organizational commitment, where you say that I'm committed to this organization because they are the people, given me this job, I owe it to them and all that. Then also comes in what you call the employee, how different employees are engaged with each other, how they employ their work, and so on and all that. Then there are some other job attitudes also, which basically could be, your being the support that you get from the organization and so many others. But what we need to do, we need to understand that if you want your people to have a good productivity and be good on the job, you must have some way or the other of measuring the satisfaction. One way of measuring satisfaction is that you come up with a straight thing, all things same. How much do you like the job? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One being is the best job, and five being is the worst job. But then there are other ways of measuring the job also. You come up with different characteristics. How satisfied are you with pay? How satisfied are you with the work? How satisfied are you with the colleague? How satisfied are you with the supervision? There are many, all these things that you can put together, and then you can tabulate and come up with a job level satisfaction of different employees. Now, if people are satisfied in their job, they're going to be obviously very good, productive worker. But they're unhappy or so on and all that, they very likely not to be productive. Various things that we look at, which lead to job satisfaction. One of the things that is pay itself. But the only thing is, if you're in the high pay bracket, then it does not have that high level of importance to you. But if you're in a low level of brackets where you just make your ends meet, then it is very important for you to be worrying about your pay. Then there's things like growth, promotion. Work itself is a very important thing. Colleagues are very important. So all these things put together are the ones that decide that how people are working or how people are not working. So there is this thing about job satisfaction. Now, if people are satisfied in their job, they are highly productive. They are unsatisfied, they are problem. Now, it is for young people like you as managers to go around and find out why they're unsatisfied and how you can improve their satisfaction. You will have to study into how they have developing these attitudes and so on and all that, and how it's working. Now, this is my little talk. Now you're going to be watching a video by Dr. Shagufta Gauri, the HOD. And on that, there are going to be certain questions that I'm going to be putting up. Plus, there is an article on job satisfaction. It's a very good article. You should enjoy reading it. But for that article, all you're going to do is read, you're going to just give your kind of a summary of the highlights of the article and maybe say half a page or so or all. But as far as Dr. Shagufta Gauri's thing is concerned, there will be specific questions that will be asked, and you will be answering those questions. Thank you very much. And now you're going to get on to what you say is the beginning of the sacraments class.